Good morning, children. Welcome back to the class of Computer Science of class 12th. In the last video, you studied about the file handling. In that chapter, I told you what is file, what is the need of the file, the types of files, the text file and the binary files, then how to create the file, how to read the file, and how to write into the file. These basic things I have taught you in my previous class. I hope that children you have revised all those things and now you are familiar with that what actually is the file, why do we need a file in the codings, I mean the importance of file in the program, and how your program will handle those files. Today I will tell you about the input file and the output file. Before I begin the codings, I will first tell you what is the input file and what is the output file. Input files are those which are used for readings. The files that are used to read the data are called as the input files. And the output files are those which are used to write the data. Take for example, your program needs some sort of data to get processed. Now those data, if it is stored in a file ABC, then we will process those data only when we will read the file and we will bring the content from the file into the RAM, into the program. Then that file will be termed as the input file. After processing the file, after processing the data which you have read from the file, you will get some sort of result. And now you want to store the result into some another file. For that what you will do? For that you will write that result into another file. Then that file in which the result is written will be termed as the output file. I will show you with the help of the diagram here. Let's see on the board. So this is your program. Your program stores the data into the RAM. And this is your file. This is the symbol of the file. This is the symbol to represent file. This is the symbol to represent file. Suppose this file contains some data. Suppose this file ABC contains some data. That data which your program needs to get processed. What will happen? Your program will read the file in order to get the data from the file to the RAM. So what will happen? The data will get transferred from this file to this program and ultimately into the RAM. Therefore, this file is used for input the data. This file is used to input the data, therefore this file is called as the input file. Therefore this file is called as the input file. On the other hand, when the data is stored in the program and it gets processed, it will generate some sort of result, and that result we want to write into another file, suppose XYZ. You want to write the result into another file, suppose XYZ. Therefore, this file is used to write the data. Hence, you can say that the file is used to write the output. Therefore, this file is called as the output file. Therefore, the file which you have written is called as input file. The file that you have read is called as, the file which you have written is an output file. The file which you have read is the input file. Now, from here you got the very important concept. the input file and the output file. The file used to read the data are termed as the input file. The file used to write the data is termed as the output file. Therefore, before you open the file for the particular purpose, you should give the mode in which you want to open the file. Therefore, in the coding, when you will open the file ABC, the file ABC should be opened in the reading mode, that is the R mode. And when you open the file XYZ, the file XYZ should be opened for writing purpose, that is the writing mode, that is the W mode. So these are the different modes in the file, like R mode, W mode, A mode, R plus mode, W plus mode, and A plus mode. These are the different modes to read and write the text file. Therefore, you can use either R mode to read a text file, you can use W mode to write the text file, you can use A, that is append mode, to append a text file, you can write R plus, that is read and write a text file, you can write W plus, that again write and read the text file, and A plus, that is append and read the text file. The same mode can be used for the Bambi purpose. For the Bambi file, this is for the text file, and this is for the Bambi file. It is RB, WB, AB, R plus B, or RB plus W plus B, or WB plus A plus B, or AB plus. These are the mode to read and write the Bambi files. These are the mode to read and write the text file. See this B here stands for the Bambi files. I hope that children, you are very much familiar with the input file and the output file. Therefore, when you are dealing in the program with different types of files, you should be very much careful about that which file you are using as the input file and which file you are using as an output file. This is a very important point. Here most of the students get confused. This is a very important point, and here most of the students get confused that which file they should treat it as an input file and which file they should treat as an output file. So I am telling you a very simple rule. Whenever you use a file which is used to read the data, now when you read a file, what actually happens? When the data gets transferred from the file to the RAM or from the file to the program, when the data gets transferred from the file to the program or file to the RAM, then that is called as the input file, because the file is read. And when the data gets transferred from program to the file or from RAM to the file, then it is called as the output file. So when you will read the file, in that case the data will get transferred from the file to the RAM, and then you will write into the file, the data will get transferred from the RAM or the program to the file. So you should know that from which place to which place you want to flow the data. So before you begin writing the coding, you should be very much thorough about the flow of data. You should first make the data flow diagram, that is called as DFD. DFD. DFD stands for data flow diagram. So before you write the code, you first analyze the question, you first analyze the program, and you draw the diagram about the flow of data. From which file to which file the data will flow. And that will tell you whether the data will flow from file to the program or from prompt to the file. So when you come across a situation where you find that the data is flowing from the file to the program, you make that file as an input file, because that file has to be read. And whenever you find that the data has to be flown, the data is flowing from the program to the file, it means that the file is used for writing. It is the output file. So depending upon the flow of data, you can very well categorize the input file and the output file. This is a very simple rule to first categorize which file you will treat it as an input file and which file you will treat it as an output file. Now, I hope children, your doubt is now clear. This is very, very, very important point. I'm telling you again, never forget this point. Because at this place, most of the student makes mistake. So before you begin writing the codings, you should first see that from where to where the data will be flowing. And based on that flow of data diagram, you can categorize whether the file is used as an input file or whether the file is used as an output file. So the input file is always read, that is read. Operation takes place from the input file and write operation takes place in the output file. Got it? So the read operation always occurs in case of the input file and the write operation occurs only in case of, read operation occurs in case of input file and write operation occurs in case of output file. There are some cases where you want to open the file in both the ways, in both the modes. You want to read also, you want to write also. But there are some situation where you will open the file only for reading or only for writing. So these are the mode that will let you know that for what purpose the file is opened. R is the mode that tells that the file is opened for reading only. W is the mode that tells that the file is opened only for writing. You cannot read that file, you can only write the file. A is the append mode. Append means whenever you want to write the file from the end of the file. Some content is there in the file and you want to now add some more content at the end of the file. That is called as appending the file. So previous content will be retained plus the new content will be written at the end from the end of the file. So if you want that thing to happen, for that you will use the append mode. About this last three mode I will discuss later on because at this stage you will get confused. So three different basic modes you should be careful about. The R mode, the write mode and the A mode. R means reading mode, used only for reading. W means the writing mode, used only for writing. And A means the append mode, used to append the file which is used for writing only. So now I hope children that this point is now clear to you, that which is input file and which will be the output file, which mode you will use for the input file and which mode you will use for the output file. Obviously, the reading mode will be used for the input file and the W mode will be used for the output file. The output file means the writing file. So to write the file, you will use W mode. To read the file, you will use R mode. Now with this basic knowledge, now I'll first tell you about the types of files. You are supposed to study two types of files, that is the text file and the binary files. In the last video, I have written the coding related to the text files. I have not discussed about the binary files. But today I'll tell you the difference between the text file and the binary files. Text files are those files whose content are written in the form of text. And binary files are those files whose content are in the form of binary values, that is zeros and ones. I'll be telling you with the help of an example. That file in which you want to store the data in the form of text, like your MS Word file, a document file where you use the data in the form of characters, in the form of text, then that file is called as the text file. A notepad file is a text file where the data is stored in the form of text. If you write 95 into the text file, that would not be a numeric 95, but that will be a text 9 and a text 5. So any content that you write into the text file, that will be in the form of text. Now, when will you use that file? Whenever you want to present the data, whenever you want to present the result in a readable form, at that time you will use the text file. Because in the text file, the content are always presented in the form of readable data. A document is always well formed, well edited, because you want it to be in a much more readable. Therefore, in the text file, you have the change of line, you have to change the paragraph, you have got the end of line also, where every character is separate. You can give the white space between individual characters, individual words or individual lines. That is about the text file. But in case of binary files, the data is stored in the form of zeros and ones. When we want to store an image is also stored in the form of binary, that is zeros and ones. When you want to store the data in the large amount, which you don't want that it should be in a readable form. Your main objective is to store the data in the large amount. For that you will use the binary files. Because in the binary files there is no white space, there is no change of line, there is no EUL. All the data are present in a continuous form. Because in this file, we are not concerned about whether the data is in readable form or not. We are concerned about that how much data is stored in the file. And one more important point. The manipulation of data does not occur in case of the binary file, but it occurs in case of text file. So when we will execute a text file, the text file data will get converted in the form of zeros and ones, and the conversion will be there, therefore the text file is slow to execute. Whereas in case of binary files, the data is stored in the form of zeros and ones, which is already in the form of executable files, which need not be converted again. Therefore the binary files are fast to execute. So now you got two options. Readable form, slow to execute, go for text file. Data to be stored in a binary form, into the executable form, then we will go for the binary file. Now depending upon the need, you may choose either the text file or you may choose either the binary files. The binary file stores large amount of data as compared to the text file. So these are the difference between the text file and the binary files. The text file stores less amount of data as compared to the binary file, or you can say the binary file stores much amount of data into the form of text file as compared to the text file. Take for example, I want to store a character A. I want to store a character A into the text file. Therefore, this character A will take 1 byte, that is 8 bits. So in case of text file, this character A will occupy 1 byte, that is 8 bits of data. But the same A, when we write in the binary file, will occupy only 7 bits. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the binary form of A. This is the binary form of A. This is the text form, this is the character form of A, and this is the binary form of A. Because the ASCII value of A is 65, and when we convert the 65 into the binary form, you will get 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So this is the binary form. So in this form, the A will be stored in case of binary file. In this form, the A will be stored in a text file. Now you can compare that 8 bits for A in the text file and 7 bits for the same A in case of binary files. Now from here you can say that there is a difference of 1 bit. Like this, there are thousands of characters, plus spaces, end of line, so many things. So that makes the binary file to store large amount of data as compared to the text file. Like what I said between the text file and the binary file, the text file stores less amount of data, the binary file stores the large amount of data. The text files are slow to execute, binary files are fast to execute, because in binary files conversion will not be there, but in case of text file the conversion has to be there. In case of text file, the contents are stored in the form of text, which is in the readable form. In case of binary files, the contents are stored in the form of zeros and ones, which are not in readable form, but it will help you to store the large amount of data. This is the basic difference between the text file and the binary files. Now, depending upon the need, you may choose either a text file or a binary file to process your codings. Now, in the last class, going back to the previous class. In the previous class, I discussed about how to create the file. I was telling about the text file only. I was telling about the text files. How to create the file, how to read the file, and how to write the data into the file. That thing we have already seen in the previous class. So if you are thorough with the previous class, then you are very much aware. Now, then you will be very much aware that how to create the file, how to read the file, and then how to write the file. I am giving you at this point one question, one easy question to you. You are supposed to write a program that will create a text file, abc.txt, and that will write about 2 lines about yourself. your name, your age, your hobbies, and anything you want to write. So write at least 2 lines into that file. Correct? I'm giving you a small homework that you create a file abc.txt. In that file, you write the details about yourself in two different lines, and then you read that file and display the content on the screen. This is your simple homework that I'm giving to you at this moment. Then you will be thorough with that how to create the file, read the file, and write the file. So do this assignment and send me the codings. The coding, I mean the video clip, I mean the clip of the coding that you have done in the system to me, okay? You first write this coding into the system, get the output, and then send me the clip of that coding in my WhatsApp number so that I can check that whether you have written the correct coding or not. So if that coding is correct, then I'll think that you are familiar with how to create the file, how to write the file, and then how to read the file. Once you're familiar with all these things, then I'll start the next topic, that is about the read line function, about the read lines functions, then how to write into the files, the write functions, and how to append the file, and then how to do some sort of manipulations in the file. That thing I'll be covering up in my next class. Okay, children, so solve that question and send that clip in my WhatsApp number. Thank you.